lot of vocal dirty.
Yeah.
Enter Kevin. Kevin enters, and this is where we get the first time that Audre's outfit gets made fun of.
Yes.
And I almost wonder if this is improv. If they just walked in and Audre's wearing this hat and Steve Ranazizi as Kevin MacArthur is kind of like, I was going to make fun of his hat or something, just something. I don't know.
We'll have to call him.
Yeah, we have to go, hey, did you improv like that? So a lot of these scenes are improv, and I actually have the DVDs of the whole series, and they have extended versions of a lot of these. We're going off, I'll explain to the audience, we're going off of the Hulu version that's out there. So we're not going off of the DVD version, which has extended scenes that get even dirtier than how they talk to the sheep.
They're edited out.
Taco enters, and he is, again, clueless. But okay, here we go. This is our first reference to an NFL player. They reference Tiki Barber because they make fun of Audre. I believe that he's going to draft Tiki Barber. Well, Tiki Barber, this is 2009, getting ready for the 2009-2010 season, right? Tiki Barber retired in 2006. So they're making fun of him because Tiki Barber had already retired. He was actually, at this time, he was in broadcasting. He was actually commentating on games, but he was a running back for the Giants. And then they also make fun of him because he was going to draft Phil Simms or Boomer Esiason. Both of those guys were quarterbacks. Phil Simms was in 1979 to 1993. So like way back, and he won 2 Super Bowls with the Giants. He is also a broadcaster. Boomer Esiason was. Have you heard that name before?
I have heard that name before.
I figured you probably have.
Because was he in the Bengals?
He was on the Bengals. So that's our local-ish.
Team. My
You
gosh.
do know something. Yay!
I knew one thing.
You know one thing about football. Awesome. He played from 1984 to 1992. So again, he was, so they're making fun of him because of that. And Boomer, I think has a podcast now and does some other shows. And he's also...
He probably plays fantasy football.
I'm sure he does. Absolutely. Probably. I bet they all do. Yeah. So that was our first reference to actually anyone in the NFL.
Tiki Barber.
Tiki Barber was the first one who...
I thought maybe it was like a drink or something.
No. No, Tiki Barber is a person. He was... I thought this was interesting. I wrote this down. He was on Broadway for a limited run in 2019 in Kinky Boots.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
I don't know I didn't write down what part he played, but I haven't seen the show, so I wouldn't.
Left
boot.
boot.
Know. He played left boot of Kinky Boots. He played the blue one. Kinky Boots. I assume Kinky Boots are probably red or black.
Sparkly.
Sparkly. Yes, with some sequins and glitter. Maybe not sequins. That's weird. Oh, it's all weird. It's all kinky. We get to Pete is concerned about a curfew, so we're getting more rumblings about the Pete and Meegan relationship, because with the draft, because the draft will be at Audre's house, his swank apartment as they call it, and Pete's concerned about getting home on time. Sounds like because of some turmoil in the family. You're questioning. You're looking.
Maybe I misconstrued it, but
yeah,
I thought that the curfew reference was like because Ruxin comes in and they're like, "Do you have a curfew? Like how are you even here? Because you're never allowed out of your house because you have a baby," kind of a thing.
Right.
But it wasn't about that.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it's more about Pete concerned about not being away for too long.
Oh, okay.
Because Meegan is upset about, or they're fighting.
Yeah.
They're fighting about everything.
And she does like make faces of disgust whenever he talks about fantasy football.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I did note that. Yeah.
It pulls him away from her a lot because he is obsessed. More so than probably the rest of the guys. Kevin is also obsessed. However, his wife is even more obsessed. It's all
fine.
Yeah, it's all fine with them,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, their relationship is good. It's golden. Ruxin, he has 20 minutes because he's supposed to be picking up diapers.
Yes.
Ruxin. So with the draft, you have to select an order of who's going to go, the order of the people that you're going to pick in the draft. And we call it a snake draft because if you start at 1 and then you go to, in this league, they have 8 people in their league. So you go from 1 to 8, but then 8 gets to pick again. And then you go from 8 to 1.
Oh,
like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's called
It's
a snake draft.
A little bit more fair.
Yeah, right. It makes it more fair. Absolutely. So they have to pick numbers in order to determine the order. Leagues do it completely different, and you'll notice that this league does it every year. They do it differently.
And they try to get creative.
Yes, every time they try and get a little more creative. So this time, we see Kevin, who is the commissioner of the league. So there's always someone who's the commissioner who kind of manages everything, approves different trades, sets the rules, that kind of thing. So Kevin is that guy. In our league, it's Jordan from Dudes Being Dudes Being Dudes. He is our commissioner. I am the treasurer of our league. I collect the money and hand the money out. I also get the wings. I get the food for our draft day. It's been my job.
That's your responsibility.
It's been my responsibility for the last, I don't know how, we've done it since 2013.
Oh.
I know. Crazy.
Jeez.
I know.
Where's your trophy?
I have not won. Although I have the trophy in my garage because I'm trying to redo it. But I have not won it.
Do you need an artist to help you fix it?
I need help. Yes, please. Well, Audre pulls number 1 out of the bowl. But
Very lucky.
Did you hear who he drafted or wants to draft?
It was a name that I didn't know, so it immediately just like right out of my head.
So he says he's going to draft Tim Brady.
Oh, yeah, that's a big name, isn't it?
Kind of, except it's Tom Brady. I figured that's probably a joke you didn't get.
Yeah, no, I did not.
Right. Yeah. So Tom Brady is a quarterback. Everyone knows Tom Brady. He played for the Patriots from 2000 to 2022. He just retired. He won 7 Super Bowls, 6 with the Patriots, 1 with the Buccaneers. So, yeah, I figured you probably knew who Tom Brady was just if you pay any attention. Oh, you don't?
No.
You've never seen Tom Brady?
Well, mate, I mean, if
I figured you would have known who Tom Brady was.
I've probably seen him, but I was like, who is that guy? And then I immediately forgot because why would I know that guy?
Okay.
I'm sorry,
wow,
Phil.
You might be the only person that doesn't know who Tom Brady, because he's kind of delved into pop culture as well. He's not just
Should
NFL
I look him up on my phone? And
no, don't worry about it.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
No, he's got enough. He's fine.
All right.
Without any of us, he doesn't need.
He
doesn't need one more person to know who he is.
Right.
And
are people going to be disappointed in me? I feel like people. I feel
orbit.
like you're disappointed in me, and I feel like other people are going to be disappointed in me.
No, I wish I didn't know who Tom Brady was. Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're perfectly fine. I think you get more respect now that people
are
like, oh yeah.
She really doesn't know.
She's actually cool.
Yeah.
She's actually cool. But we find out that those numbers are not the order of the draft. No. What is it, Elisha?
They're the numbers that they've given to the children who are going to be in a bag race.
so bad. Yes.
The 5-year-olds are going to do like a sack race, and each one gets a number, and whoever comes in first, that's the person who gets the first pick.
That's right.
Yes.
And what I noticed that Kevin, which Jenny is also invested in, what number, they have number 7, which does not win. Pete and Taco, I tried to find out what numbers they were rooting for, and I couldn't figure it out. But Ruxin,
it's a very quick scene.
It is very fast. Yeah, they get through it very quickly. Ruxin has number 5, and he is the winner. And I don't know. Well, Audre had number 1. Yeah, but I don't remember seeing the kid at all. So we have no idea the order of the other kids until actually you find out later, because you could see the board. You can see the draft board and the order that's on there. So here's the thing. It's an 8-team league, but we've only met 5 people.
Okay.
In this league.
Right.
There are 3 others.
Yeah, I noticed on the board there was Chuck.
There's a Chuck.
And that was...
He is also referred to as an out-of-town idiot.
Yes.
Him and Ted are referred to as out-of-town idiots.
Ted?
Yeah, Ted is the other one.
Okay.
We will meet Chuck and Ted at some point. And then there's Vince, who is on the phone, apparently. But we never hear from him. We never meet Vince.
They're just placeholders right now.
They're placeholders, really. Yeah, they just came up with names, and eventually they'll figure out if they want to include them in the the cast or in a story or something like that. But Vince, we never find out who Vince is. We can make up who Vince is.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
Tim Brady.
It's actually Tim Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vince is Tim Brady. So Ruxin, he makes a reference when he wins. He makes a reference to Adrian Peterson, who is a running back at that time. He played for the Vikings. He played from 2007 to 2021. He had a long career, and he played for like a million teams, mostly the Vikings, but he played the Saints, Cardinals, the Washington team, which is now the Commanders, the Lions, the Titans, and the Bears. No, Lions, Titans, and the Seahawks. Sorry. Lions. Sorry, that was a bad joke.
Yeah, that's okay, because I wasn't listening to it. I was zoning out for a second.
Okay. We get Ruxin's other quote that he says fairly often is, did you know what he says after he...
No.
He says, suck it.
Oh, suck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suck it.
I think that's such a ubiquitous term.
Yeah,
I didn't even like...
Yeah, so there's balls deep and suck it are 2 phrases so far. There's many other phrases that Ruxin likes to give. Now, I think even more uncomfortable than the penetration scene is
the unconsensual fingertip.
The unconsensual, yes. The references to the Ruxin and the Oracle relationship.
Oracle. Yeah, that was
Matthew Freeman is a little uncomfortable.
Yeah. I mean, I never.
You know the intent, right? We're the audience. We know Ruxin's intent. He has no intention of that at all. Right.
He just wants the information from a 9-year-old boy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, watching this scene now in a maybe a different light, and watching this storyline sort of unfold is kind of like, oh, this is nuts.
Yeah,
I don't like
as a parent.
Yeah, you're a parent. Yeah, parent. Oh. You're like, who's this old guy? And you feel for the dad, and the dad is played by, and I guess I'm sort of jumping ahead here, but the dad's played by Matt Walsh, who I think was like one of the creators and founders of the Upright Citizens Brigade. Oh. So he's like this comedian.
Yeah,
he's
I've
like
seen
this
him in
comedic
stuff.
improv, like, lineage. And here he is in this episode